It's Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com with another quick tip for families in intensive care. So today I actually want to read out a comment from one of our readers. And this is actually a comment that was posted on my YouTube channel when I was, for a video that I was talking about, how long does it take to wake up after a hypoxic or a brain injury in intensive care. And Laura Jones commented on that video, and I want to read out the video. She says, "Hi, Patrick. I'm a survivor. I was crushed, run over. The truck's tire went from chin to my hips. My lungs collapsed, filled up with blood due to shards of bone puncturing them. It was on a rural farm, so it took over 25 minutes for paramedics to arrive. I wasn't breathing. I was taken to a trauma hospital in Dallas, put into a coma. I was declared brain dead. Traumatic brain injury. My family was called in as I wasn't expecting to live. Days passed and I started to show brain activity. 4 weeks later, they took out the ventilator, put in a tracheostomy, and I began to breathe. 3 weeks later, I began to learn how to swallow, stand, walk, eat, go to the bathroom, etc. again. I am, according to my doctors, a miracle. I want you all to know that God saves. Don't give up on your loved one. Pray and never lose hope. Love and prayers to those going through this." Well, Laura, thank you so much for sharing this. And I also want to thank everyone that's leaving comments on YouTube or on our blog. It helps me so much to create content for you that I know you are interested in. And it helps me to create content that I know will help families in intensive care. And this is such a wonderful story from Laura here. That's what I say, never give up hope. As long as there's life, there's hope. And I can't tell you how many families we have right in here who say, oh, we've given up on our loved one, and now 12 months later, we're feeling sad. We're not sure whether we've made the right decision. Now we're seeing the blog. Now we're seeing there's advocacy, there's consulting, and now we have second thoughts. Well, you need to have those second thoughts when you're at those critical points, when you think you need to make a decision. Well, often the best decision is to make no decision and just keep going. How else can you create a miracle like this when Laura writes in about her own miracle? I don't necessarily see it so much as a miracle because I've seen it over and over again in ICU that people do recover. People are much more resilient than you think they are. How else do you think we survived as a species for millions of years if we weren't resilient? Think about that. We have to think more long term. We wouldn't have survived as a species if we as humans weren't resilient. We wouldn't be here, right? And don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. So this is a really good survival story, and of someone that probably also had a family who wasn't giving up. So if you're watching this and you have a loved one in intensive care, take this as a good example, as an inspirational example, And we also have podcast interviews on our blog, where we have similar stories where people say, the ICU team said, my loved one won't survive. They've got brain damage. They are potentially brain dead. And next thing you know, they're sitting on a podcast sharing their story, right? Think about this. Think about it. So, and I have worked in critical care for nearly 25 years in 3 different countries, where I also worked as a nurse manager for over 5 years. I have been consulting and advocating for families in intensive care since 2013 all over the world. And I can say without any hint of exaggeration that we saved lives with our consulting and advocacy. And you can look up our testimonial section at intensivecarehotline.com. You can look up our podcast where we have client interviews to verify what I'm saying here. And because we are getting so many questions for families of critically ill patients in intensive care, that's why we also created a membership for families of critically ill patients in intensive care that you can get access to when you go to intensivecarehotline.com by clicking on the membership link. Or you go to intensivecaresupport.org directly. In the membership, you have access to me and my team 24 hours a day in the membership area and via email. And we answer all questions intensive care related. In the membership, you also have access to 21 ebooks and 21 relevant videos that help you manage this very difficult territory that is intensive care. They're specifically written and recorded for the families, for our clients in intensive care, but you only get exclusive access to that in the membership. I also offer one-on-one consulting and advocacy over the phone, Skype, Zoom, WhatsApp, whichever medium works best for you. I talk to you and your families directly, but I also talk to intensive care teams, doctors and nurses directly, and I ask all the questions that you haven't even considered asking, but must be asked when you have a loved one in intensive care, so that you make informed decisions, you have peace of mind, control, power, and influence. I also represent you in family meetings with intensive care teams, once again, making sure that you get best care and treatment, or your loved one gets best care and treatment. We also offer medical record reviews in real time so that you can get a second opinion in real time. We also offer medical record reviews after intensive care if you have unanswered questions, if you need closure, or if you are suspecting medical negligence. And all of that you get at intensivecarehotline.com. Call us on one of the numbers on the top of our website, or send us an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com. And if you like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel for regular updates for families in intensive care. Click the like button, click the notification bell, share this video with your friends and families, and comment below what you want to see next, what questions and insights you have from this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Patrick Hutzel from intensivecarehotline.com, and I will talk to you in a few days. Take care for now.